Okay, welcome to Blender. The first thing to know is that under File they have normal things to do, like create a new one, save it, and later on we'll be exporting things. When you export it as an object, you can give your objects to other people and they can put it into their Blender files, which is fun. Alright, the first thing we're going to learn is how to navigate around this. So click up here. You notice you can rotate around your viewpoint. You can click here to see what's in the camera view. You can move this around and you can zoom in or out. Let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is delete the cube. So press X and then delete. To bring it back, we're going to press Command and then Z. That makes the cube reappear. That's how you undo. To add a cube, you can add from up here. Select Mesh and then Cube. You can also press Shift A and it will appear here. You'll notice down here you can also add cameras, lights, or text. You can also add things like spheres or cylinders or cones. Alright, so we've added our cube. Now you want to move it around. We're going to press G and then we're going to press X and see that moves on your X axis. If you press G and then Y, it moves on your Y axis. And if you press G and Z, it moves on your Z axis. If you press G, you can also move it around, but you never want to do this, and I never want to see anyone just pressing G. If you notice here, if I just press G and I want to position this exactly in the center there, it looks exact from there, but I rotate it around and it's not exact at all. However, if I use GX and GY, I can position it exactly where I want it to go. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to scale our cube. So click on your cube. Remember, you always have to click on things. Then press S and you can make it bigger or smaller. Then if you press SY, you can make it longer along the S axis. SX makes it longer along the X axis, and XZ makes it taller and skinnier. The reason why you want to do this is it makes modeling very, very quick. So for example, if you wanted to create a very specific sort of chair, you can do it very quickly using all the hotkeys. Voila, tall chair. Alright, something else that we're going to do is we're going to learn how to rotate. You can press R and you can rotate it in a random direction. However, we are above that, so I'd rather you rotate it along this particular axis. So RX rotates it around the X, RY rotates it around the Y, and RZ rotates it around the Z axis. Now, I want you to practice that at home. The next thing we're going to do is animate the cube. There's different types of animation. This just moves the location, the rotation, and the scale of your cube. So we're going to pull up the timeline. As you notice, I've clicked on this dark line here and I've dragged it up. Now along here, you'll see this tells you what millisecond you are in your particular film. This is where it starts, ends. You can actually change that to make it shorter. See how that cut? But yeah, so we're just going to do some quick animation. Going to do some quick movement. So I'm going to move my cube up, GZ, up here. That's where my cube's going to start. I'm going to click I on my keyboard and then location, rotation, and scale. This inserts a keyframe. That means like a screenshot, like a fixed location in time for your cube. Now, what people got a bit confused about last time was thinking that this was anything like stop motion animation. This isn't. It fills in the gaps for you. You don't have to then move it down inch by inch and take a little keyframe of it. It's not like that. You'll notice that even if your cube is out of view, you can still select it up here. So you can select the camera, the light, or the cube. And I want you to notice up here as well, you can also see it's 9 meters up in the air. You could send it up 15 if you like. And we're currently in this menu. Anyway, so drag it forward. Next thing you want to do is move your cube somewhere. So I'm going to move it back down again. I'm going to hit I because I said, remember, that captures a moment in time of the location, rotation, and scale. If you drag back to the start and you hit play, you see it moves between the two of these. So that's pretty cool. If you notice in my original practice blend, was that there? No, it wasn't. File, open recent, robot. Okay. So let's have a look at that there. Okay, so let's look at the head. You'll notice that there's several keyframes along here. And then if I click on the body, which moves separately to the head, you notice there's only 2. That's because if you look at what the body's doing, the body is starting to rise from this first keyframe. And then from here, it's come up. Whereas the head is doing something completely different. It's starting from the top. It's coming down. And then from here, it starts rising back up again, but also shrinking and getting smaller. So that's why I locked the location and the rotation and the scale, because its scale is getting smaller, but its location is also slowly rising with the body. Okay, so that covers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's enough for you to practice, and we'll move on in the next video.